Hi. So in this mini lecture we will learn how to name alkenes. So alkenes are given IUPAC names according to rules that are very similar to the ones you already know for naming simple alkanes. There are a few minor modifications to the rules though, which you need to be aware of. So we'll discuss them here. So first, you need to identify the parent chain, like in the case of naming a simple alkane. But now with an alkene present, you need to pick the longest chain which has the alkene in it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you want to identify and name the substituents. This is analogous to what we have been doing for alkanes. Third, you want to number all the substituents, right, to show where they appear along the parent chain. So these numbers are also called locants in formal language. The exception here, though, is that you need to make sure that the carbon-carbon double bond, the alkene, gets the lowest possible number. Then you're ready to assemble the name. So you first list all the substituents before the parent name in alphabetical order, analogous to how we have been doing this for alkanes. Can make sure that any prefixes, something like a dimethyl, the di, you wouldn't, or trimethyl, the tri, you wouldn't count that for the alphabetizing. And then last, you need to assign a locant for the carbon-carbon double bond. So the number for the carbon-carbon double bond. And essentially you do define that locant by just assigning it for the first carbon atom involved in the double bond. And then you can list the locant for the alkene either just before the parent name or before the -ene prefix at the end of the name, right? The -ene, remember, that's identifying the compound as an alkene. Let's look at an example next, right? Just to solidify these naming rules a little bit for alkenes. I'm going to draw a structure here. You see it contains an alkene, circled in green there. So we need to include that double bond in naming our parent chain, naming and numbering our parent chain. And then we need to make sure that the double bond is given the lowest possible number. So this means that in this case we have to number the chain from left to right. So now we are done with the numbering, and we immediately see that our compound, our parent chain, is a heptane. So we would be calling it a heptene, or a 2-heptene. Okay. Then we also see that we have 3 methyl groups attached, 3 methyl substituents. 2 are attached to position 5 and 1 is attached to position 6. And so now we are ready to assemble the name. So the name is either 5,5,6 trimethyl 2-heptene, or alternatively we could call it 5,5,6 trimethyl hept 2-ene. Okay, so that's how you name alkenes. Nothing really too special, but practice it with the book problems.